Everyone, in this video, let us see about active bandpass filter. It's a bandpass filter. As the name says, the bandpass filter can pass only frequencies that are within a specific band, or only a particular range of frequencies is allowed by the bandpass filter, and the remaining frequencies are blocked by the filter. The best example is our human ear. We can hear only sounds from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. So the frequencies which are below that we cannot hear it. Similarly, the frequencies above 20K we cannot hear it. It can be heard only by animals. So our human ear is the best example of bandpass filter. Another practical example is this FM radio. So we know we have to tune to particular frequency to receive that radio signal. So these are best example of bandpass filter. There are two types of bandpass filter, namely wide bandpass filter and narrow bandpass filter. What is this wide band pass filter means? If the bandwidth is wide, we call it as a wide band pass filter. So in band pass filter, the central frequency F0 is called the central frequency, and we have two cutoff frequencies FL and FH, that is lower cutoff frequency and higher cutoff frequency. And this, when the bandwidth is high, this will have low quality factor. So because quality factor is an important factor which will determine the sharpness in a filter. So quality factor is given by central frequency divided by bandwidth. So if you have a wide bandwidth, so denominator is a high value, so quality factor will be a low one. So this bandwidth can be written as FH minus FL. That is higher cutoff frequency minus lower cutoff frequency. So in case of wide bandpass filter, the quality factor will be usually less than 10. And we can write the cutoff frequency F0, or central frequency F0 is equal to root of FH into FL. So in this case, you can see this green color one has a narrow bandwidth, or the bandwidth is very small. So we call it as a narrow bandpass filter. This is said to have high quality factor. Usually the quality factor can be greater than 10. Let us see about the wide bandpass filter. So bandpass filter will not allow low frequency components less than the lower cutoff frequency. Similarly, it will not allow higher frequency components above the upper cutoff frequency. So it allows only a band of frequencies, or a range of frequencies alone is allowed. So this wide bandpass filter can be easily designed by using or by cascading a high pass filter and a low pass filter. So what we want is, we want to block the low frequency components. So you need a high pass filter. You want to block the high frequency components also. So you need a low pass filter. So by cascading these two filters, you can get a wide band pass filter. So this is the characteristic of a high pass filter, which will allow only high frequency components greater than the cutoff frequency FL. Then you are cascading this to a low pass filter, so which will not allow the high frequency components. It allows only the low frequency components, low pass filter. So finally you will get a band pass filter. So here you should remember one thing, that always this FH, that is the low pass filter cutoff frequency, should be greater than the lower cutoff frequency. Okay, FH should be greater than FL. So by cascading a high pass filter and a low pass filter, you will get a wide band pass filter. So let us see in terms of circuit. So this is the high pass filter, which we have seen already. So capacitor and a resistor is here. It is connected to the non-inverting pin. So already we have seen in the previous video about high pass filter. Now we have seen low pass filter also already. So these are first order high pass filter and first order low pass filter. Now we are going to cascade these two things. So what you have to do? You have to connect the input to this output. So we are cascading. So let us draw the combined circuit. So this is the final band pass filter. So just cascade the high pass filter and low pass filter, you will get the band pass filter. So let us see about the gain. For a high pass filter section, we know gain is given by this equation, because we have already derived it in the previous videos on high pass filter, first order high pass filter. Same equation I have written it here. Where FL is, here you will get F by FL. So FL is the lower cutoff frequency, which is given by 1 by 2 pi into R2 into C2. Now for low pass filter section, magnitude is given by this equation. Here we have a frequency FH, which is given by 1 by 2 pi R1 into C1. So for band pass filter, it is very easy. You just multiply these two things. So the magnitude is given by, just because you are cascading it, just multiply these two. This is the magnitude of the band pass filter. So you have FL and FH, two frequencies here. So let us summarize everything about wide band pass filter. So just cascade a first order high pass filter with a first order low pass filter. You can allow only a band of frequencies, and the range of frequencies which the filter will allow or pass through is called the bandwidth. So quality factor is inversely proportional to bandwidth. So in case of wide band pass filter, quality factor will be a low value. Here F0 is the central frequency and BW stands for bandwidth. So bandwidth we can write it as FH minus FL also. F0 is given by root of FH into FL. This is higher cutoff frequency, lower cutoff frequency. Next we will see about narrow bandpass filter. So in narrow bandpass filter, it is shown in the green color. The bandwidth is very low value, or it is very narrow. So we call it as a narrow bandpass filter. Here, instead of silent key topology, we are using multiple feedback topology. What do you mean by that? Here, the op-amp will be used with two feedback paths. So, this multiple feedback topology is said to produce a sharper and a narrower passband compared to the silent key topology. So, multiple feedback topology is used if you want a narrow bandpass filter. So here you can see there are two feedback paths here. So this is one path, this is another path. So two feedback paths are there, and op-amp is connected in the inverting mode. That is, the input is connected to the negative pin like this. Here we have two nodes. So let me mark it A and B. So let us start with node A. We will write the nodal equation. So to the node A, there are four components connected: Y1, Y4, Y2 and Y3. Okay. So VA minus Vin into Y1 plus VA, this is ground. So VA into Y4, VA minus VB into Y2 plus VA. This is connected to output V0. So VA minus V0 into Y3 is equal to 0. So now you have to see what is VB here. So this plus terminal is connected to ground. So this VB should be at virtual ground. So this VB should be equal to 0. So now we will simplify it. So if you simplify, you will get this equation. Let us mark it as equation 1. So at node B, we have VB minus VA into Y2 plus VB minus V0 into Y5 is equal to 0. So again VB is 0. We will simplify the equation. You will get this one. Find what is VA from this one. So you got the second equation. So we have now two equations. We will substitute this VA in this equation and find what is the relation between output and input. So let me substitute this one in here. So just substitute here, simplify it. So if you simplify, so now in this equation we have one more V0 term. So let us take it out. So this y2 y3 gets multiplied and get added to this one. So it is plus y2 y3 divided by y2 into vn. So now from this we can find what is v0 by vn. So we got the equation for v0 by vn. Now for a band pass filter, this y1 should be equal to g1. G1 means it is 1 by resistance. Reciprocal of resistance is g1. And y2 is sc2, y3 is sc3, and y4 and y5 are g4 and g5. So the circuit becomes like this. Okay. So instead of y1, I am putting g1, or you can put resistance r1. So G1 is nothing but 1 by resistance. So now if you substitute all these things here, it becomes minus S into G1. Y2 is SC2. So S into C2 divided by Y1, Y5. So it is G1, G5, Y2, Y5. So Y2 is SC2 into G5. So like that you have to substitute for everything. And let us simplify this. So simplify it. Here you have S square term. So take that S square first. Then bring all the S terms together. These two have S terms. So bring it together. And these two are constants. Okay. So we are bringing this to the standard form or quadratic equation form. Now we had s in the numerator. We can bring it to the denominator and simplify it so that it will comes in the standard form. So if you see this expression, it will be similar to the gain expression of a parallel resonance circuit. So what is a parallel resonance circuit? R, L and C, if they are in parallel, we call that circuit as a parallel circuit. So here if you find the gain expression, it will be of this form. You compare these two, it will be similar. That is, one constant term is there, which is the part here, and 1 by S into L term is there. Similarly here also we have something divided by S and S into capacitance here. Similarly S into some capacitance here. Okay. So these two expressions look similar. So you can compare these two and find what is the value for G, L and C. So first if you see C3, here C is there. C is equal to C3. And for L, something divided by S is 1 by L. Okay. So here L is equal to C2 divided by G1 plus G4 into G5. Okay. Because L is in the denominator, C2 is coming in the numerator. And then G. G is this part. So we found what is C, L and G. So at resonance, we know Xc will be equal to XL. That is, inductive reactance and capacitive reactance will be equal. So what is Xc? 1 by omega C. XL is omega L. So if you multiply omega naught square is equal to 1 by LC. So L and C values we have found it. So just find what is omega naught square is equal to, just multiply these two, you will get something. So we can say the cutoff frequency omega naught is equal to root of this one. Okay. So we have derived the equation for this omega naught. Now we know V naught by Vn is this one, and for this is for parallel resonance circuit, and this is for the band pass filter. We have derived it. Now at resonance, if you see here, what you will get, resonance XL is equal to XC. So these two parts get cancelled. So we can write gain is equal to minus G dash divided by G. So here also same thing, this S part and this S part will get cancelled. So it becomes minus G1 divided by this one, G part alone. So you simplify this one. So this C2 will come to the numerator. So this is the, at resonance, this is V0 by Vin. The gain is this one. So here instead of G1 I can write 1 by R1. G5 is 1 by R5. So it comes as minus R5 by R1 into this one, some capacitance. So if I take all capacitance value to be equal, then my gain is going to be minus RF by 2R1. So this is like a inverting amplifier, minus R feedback resistor divided by input resistor. So this is the gain of the op amp or the band pass filter at resonance condition. Now at resonance, if you find the Q factor, Q is equal to omega naught L by R, or you can write omega naught R into C. So here instead of R you can write 1 by G. So G we know because G is this one. So this is the quality factor at resonance. And if you want to find bandwidth, bandwidth is inversely proportional to Q, or F naught by Q. What is F naught? Omega naught divided by 2 pi into Q. So just substitute whatever you get here. So you can find bandwidth. So let us recall what we have seen so far. A bandpass filter will allow input signals that lie within a specific band of frequency. Quality factor will determine the filter selectivity, which is given by F naught by bandwidth. So F naught is equal to root of FH into FL, where FH is the higher cutoff frequency and FL is the lower cutoff frequency. And this is the characteristics of a bandpass filter. There are two types of bandpass filter. A wide bandpass filter which has a wide bandwidth. So bandwidth is this portion which is given in the red color. This is easily designed by cascading a high pass filter and a low pass filter. So wide bandpass filter have a low Q. Narrow bandpass filter has a narrow bandwidth. So to get a high Q, normally multiple feedback topology is preferred. So which is like the op amp will have two feedback paths. If you like the video, do subscribe to Read Electric Vehicle channel. Thank you.